To deal with the opacity around the collation process for more transparency, Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) embarked on piloting a number of innovations to evaluate their strengths and pitfalls in order to get a resilient remedy to problems associated with election results collation. With these words, the Resident Electoral Commission (REC) for Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Mike Igini, spoke on the strategies INEC used to ensure that the just concluded governorship election in Edo State was largely successful. Among the innovations was that about 2 million people watched the results as they moved through collation stages on INEC portal. The Edo election has been adjudged by many observer groups as among the best in Nigeria's history after the June 12, 1993 presidential election won the late Chief MKO Abiola. Okay. He went on, it is an anathema for a candidate to win election at polling units but suddenly loses the election at the collation center contrary to the will of the people. For me, upturning the verdict of the people at the collation center constitutes a devaluation of the ballots and reduces election to a mere ritual without choosing. Furthermore, it is now difficult for a compromised official to change, alter or swap original Form EC8A result sheets with those prepared by politicians on the way to collation center because the ward collation officer would have seen the already uploaded polling unit results on the platform before the presiding officer gets to the collation center in compliance with the step-by-step manual recording of results under Section 73 of the Act. It later serves the purpose of an audit trail when required after the election. Election results at polling units hitherto accessible to only poll officials are now available to everyone. In fact, in the Edo election, the public results viewing portal was upgraded to accommodate up to 2 million viewers to follow the election results as they were published in each polling unit where election was concluded. So far, it has worked well in two off-season elections, and hopefully stakeholders will allow the innovations to improve elections integrity and not find ways to scuttle it if they are not already finding means to sabotage the innovations that Nigerians are fully embraced and are satisfied with while expecting more improvements. Okay. A lot of things work in favor of Obaseki. Really, really a lot of things. No wonder people say God will win, God will win. If you whatever, God will win. They were just singing it and they really believed in that because they knew what they wanted. So everything just worked together because this INEC preparation wouldn't have helped alone. The Edo people stood their ground. They are the major um contributors to the winning of election or winning for Obaseki, and more so from the speculations we've heard because of those people they don't want to lose their properties and those who do not want their visa to be those who do not want to be restricted or to be banned by the those two countries that threaten them, the US and UK, and also the people were really tired of Oshiomole and Ezeyamo. That is just the way it is because now Inec is telling us now that what they exactly did so that these people who are always going about to manipulate this whole thing, they couldn't do it, they prepared themselves. But now, according to what he's saying now, that he knows now that they will be preparing again to bring all these their plans or all these their innovations to bring it to naught because they will be planning to go against it, to manipulate it. I think that's the best way to manipulate it according to them because they are even afraid because they know that the stakeholders, who are the stakeholders? They are the politicians. They are the ones who are always going about doing all manner of things. So as they are planning, they have to be planning ahead of these politicians. But I think the best to a very large extent because there's no all these people that are really corrupt. They are not only corrupt in terms of money, they are corrupt in all aspects. Because even if you talk about electronic voting, they will just want to look for a way to tamper with it. So I think this things that they've put in place, you know, or maybe it's one or two things they put in place where made it impossible for all those election riggers to even have their ways. That means before you are leaving the polling units, people have already seen it. Even the presiding officer must have seen it. So if you go along the way, they give you another result. If you get it, they'll say, of course, we've already seen this thing. And before the voters will even leave their polling units, they must have seen it that you input this result. Let us see it before you go anywhere. So a lot of things really worked in favor of Obaseki, but the most importantly, the people really stood and they really helped him, and they proved to him that yes, we really love you and we want to back you, and we'll be saying it. Don't disappoint the people. Well, when PDP win the election, it's free and fair, but when they lose, it's rigged. Some say, does Nigerians have any reason to vote for APC again? They were lucky to win 3 local governments area. Who is talking about PDP or APC here? We are talking about a confirmed improvement in our election process, a free, fair election process. Okay. What APC has in stock for Nigeria is outright rigging. You are not serious. Someone is talking about election improvement mechanism. You are there talking about what PDP did or what APC did. You seem not to know what the man is talking about. He is talking about great effort so far made and the positive outcome that has helped the outcome of the elections and thereby improve the confidence of the people in exercise. It is important to sustain this newfound solution to election rigging in the country. Any party that feels shortchanged should go to court. INEC, please keep it up. I congratulate INEC for the good job. The best free and fair election INEC ever conducted. Even some APC members, those who are not economical with the truth, they know quite well that this election was free and fair. Of course, a lot of things must have contributed to it, but it was really fair. And the police were not even, they act accordingly. Of course, if you do anyhow, like they always say, you will see anyhow. So everybody had to maintain. But even with the INEC, they are still afraid that they might still want to tamper with it. They might still want to manipulate the whole process, according to the statement of Igini. A welcome innovation. Well done, INEC, and bye-bye to Bullion Vance election riggers. Welcome developments. What about ZPAD? Is the ZPAD is talking about? Okay, is the ZPAD is talking about? But they are not going to use it. Well, excellent. Good job, Rec Igini. It was the people mandate that counted in Edo State, not your clone system. It is better you go on to do to Ondo State and conduct same free and fair election. Okay, so guys, let's hear your opinion. Leave your comment below and let us know your thoughts on what Igini has said.